Hello and welcome to the first Statometrics video. We're going to just give you a quick rundown of the Platinum rating sheet, how you can use it, how best to make the most of it, and so on. Okay, so as you can see, we've got some tabs at the bottom of the page, historical ratings database, the specs, strategies 1 all the way through to 10 that are inbuilt, and then finally we've got some examples here of how we use the strategies. Okay, we're going to try and keep each video short, 5, 10, 15 minutes max, and we're going to run through each tab and so it gives you an idea. Okay, so it's going to be very basic to begin with, but once you get a good understanding, everything should be quite simple. So as you can see here, we have the first 5 columns, columns A through to G. We have just some basic information, a list of games, date, time, country, competition, and the home team and away team. These are the competitions we cover. So we've got the Belgian Premier, English Premier, French Premier, German, Italian, Japanese, the Dutch, the Polish, the Portuguese, the Spanish, the Swedish and the Turkish, all Premier Leagues, and we cover data for all them. Our data starts from the 1st of Jan 2012 and goes all the way through to the present day. This database has been updated to the 30th of April 2018, which gives us a total of 6 years of data, over 6 years of data. And in total, that's nearly 25,000 games, actually 24,718 matches. Okay, matches are listed in order of kickoff time and date, and they obviously go in order. We've frozen all the cells above, so as you scroll the data down, you can still see what each tab means. Okay, moving along, we have our filters, and these go from filter 1 all the way across to filter 36. These represent different numerical values for each game, and what we've done, we've taken different viewpoints of the game, so from 25 games, 15 games, 10 games, and then we've looked at win ratios, goals scored, goals against different team levels, etc. And that's how we form these numbers. So all these numbers are based on genuine numerical values in relation to the teams in question. We're not going to share what the filters are, but that won't affect your ability to use these sheets in any way. We are going to keep them private, and that's why they're listed filter 1 through to filter 36. Moving across, we just have some more basic information. Half-time and full-time scores, the notation of half-time and full-time. Here we have the total amount of goals scored in the first half in that game, the total amount of goals scored in the second half in that game, and column AX is the total amount of goals scored in the game. So as you can see, this game was 0-0 at half-time, which is shown here. There was 1 goal in the second half, which is shown here. And in the whole game, there was 1 goal scored. Moving across further, we have score lines at different points in that game. So after 15 minutes, the scoreline in this game was 0-0. After 30 minutes, 0-0. After 60, 70, 75 and 80. And even at 85 minutes, the game was still 0-0. Again, it applies to every game is the same, 0-1 after 15 and so on. Moving along further here, all we do here, we've listed all the goal times scored, all the goals scored in certain periods. So between 0 and 15 minutes, 0 and 30 minutes, 0 and 45 minutes, 15 and 45 minutes, 30 and 45 minutes, and the list goes on. And again, we'll show you how to use this later, but all this does, this just shows any goals that were scored. So for example, in this game here, in the first half, between 0 and 45 minutes, there were 2 goals scored by the away team. 17 minutes away, 45 minutes the away team scored. And if we go along, that means at half-time, that game should have been 0-2 at half-time. And indeed, it was 0-2 at half-time. And again, we'll show you how to use all this later. Moving along further, we now come to the markets, the odds, and the profit and loss. So we've got all the relevant markets, all the biggest markets. So here we've got the home team. So the most traded price for the home team, West Brom in this case, was 3.0. And if you'd backed them to win, you'd lost a point. If you'd laid the home team, you'd have won 1 point minus 5% commission. And again, the same principles apply for the away team and the draw. So the draw price was 3.45 to back pre-match. And if you'd backed the draw, you'd have lost a point. If you'd laid the draw for a point, you'd have won a point minus 5% commission. And again, it goes on. We've got the correct score market 0-0. Correct score market 0-1, and the list just goes on for every correct score market and so forth. Moving along further, there are some markets where Betfair had no odds available. There's no market. Betfair have changed their markets over the years slowly. So as you can see here, we had any other home win. There was no market on that game, so we just simply filled it in 0-0-0. And if we go along further, we go to under over 1.5 goals, and then 2.5 goals, 3.5 goals, half time, both teams to score, first half goals, and that's it. So there's a wide range of markets to cover, or that you couldn't actually use or potentially use. The final thing we'll say at this point is, if you'll notice, most of these, if we scroll back across, you can see here at the top we've got numbers listed here, and all that is, that's just a total of if you'd backed every single home game across the 24,000 matches, whatever there were, you lost 511 points. If you'd laid the home team, you'd have lost 831 points. And again, the same for the away team. If you'd backed the away team, you'd have lost 1,288 points. Sorry. If you'd have laid the away team, you'd have lost 416 points. If you'd backed the draw in every game, you'd lost 1,345 points. And if you'd laid the draw in every game listed, you'd have lost 470 points. Which again highlights the fact that you can't bet blindly and why filters are important. And what we'll do, in our next video, we'll cover how to use them filters, how to make profits, etc. in the forthcoming videos. But that should be enough just to make you understand the basics of the historical ratings database. And again, watch the next video and we'll go from there. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.